Hi everyone, this is Laura and I am here today with Roselyn Omaka from Bolanle Media. Hi Roselyn, how are you?
Hi, Laura. I am amazing and excited to be here talking with you today.
Thank you. It is amazing to have you on board. Roslyn recently joined our family of publishers, and we are very excited to have Bolanle on board. So do you want to start by introducing yourself a little bit and telling us a little bit about your publication? What is Bolanle Media? And, everything from it.
Absolutely. My name is Roselyn Omaka. I am based here in Houston, Texas. However, we are a global company, and I will say our publication is all about pushing the world forward. And so when it comes down to good news, I believe that we should spread it. Entertaining news, there's so much bad stuff that's out there. And if we can help make a little bit of a difference in the world by spreading light, that's what we're all about.
Oh, I love that. And can you tell us where, like the name Bolanle
Yes.
comes from? Does it have like a personal story? I've never heard that.
Well, the personal story, I am a Nigerian American. I was born here in the States. My father's Nigerian, and I really wanted to have a name with meaning. And Bolanle, it means finds wealth at home. And I love the meaning so much because when it comes down to just all of it's not just money, but when it means finds wealth at home. So whether it's health, whether it's family, wealth can come in the form of many different things. And that's where it made most sense for me to choose that name because it takes a community. It's not just one person, but we all can truly help each other. And when it comes down to even our logo, you'll see like a brain and you'll see different colors, and then there's a leaf growing because we are growing new ideas together, and the colors are multiple industries working together.
Oh, I love that. And I guess also, like integrating, your different communities, your different cultures.
Yes.
I love it.
I can definitely say that with my background, I used to work at Apple for like 10 years since we had the very first iPhone. And it's crazy because I remember sitting next to even my friends where Steve Jobs, like writing emails and stuff back, he would respond. So I feel old saying that. But when I would say back in the day with Apple, it's just like you meet people from all over the world, and we're so disconnected with technology, but yet like with the human approach with it, it's like we can still come together.
Hmm.
I hope I'm wording that right.
Yes, I think you are. And I was going to ask you, that was like going to be my next question. What were you doing before Bolanle and how did that lead into right now, into this present that you are so in touch with many like media? I know a little bit more about Roslyn than the rest of you guys. So if you can explain how did that transition happen?
Yes. I will say I've worked in tech for many, many years. I loved it. However, with the tech, sometimes, as many people that may be watching, it may come a little bit of change where AI will take over, and then you separate you separate from your workplace, or your job lets you go, or you get laid off. And so I will say Belanle, that kind of formed because there was a period where I was down in my life, and I know that with me, my natural ability is just talking with people because I love talking and connecting. And
I
Belanle,
love it.
leaving the tech world and really focusing on people and spreading the good news, that's where everything developed from.
I love it. I
My
love.
brother pushed me to start a podcast, and I was like, "Nah,
Oh,
people are mean on the internet. Everything you say is wrong. Blah blah
I
blah."
know. So much hate out there.
Yes, but I would say with my brother pushing me, that really, really helped me get past my fear and anxiety. And so, like, even connecting with people like yourself, Laura, this is what it makes it so meaningful to me.
So, to me as well, I really love it. But did you start that podcast or no?
I did start a podcast. I started a podcast pretty much in around COVID. I started around COVID. And because I put myself out there, that's when new opportunities that I was not expecting all to come my way were things that I could only dream about. People started coming to me.
I love it. I mean, that's how it goes, right? When you kind of like surpass the fear and just do it with fear, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and can you, I don't know, like share with us a milestone that changed your path? Could be funding, a partnership, a story that went viral, something.
I will say, I will say, I mean, there's a few different moments. If I can just say, probably like I will say when I started my YouTube channel, where I'm like, wow, if you really put yourself out there, you never know what can happen. But one of my friends, he sold his movie to BET on a major network, and that's when literally I think it was like my third or fourth episode because he saw how I interviewed, etc. He asked me to go on the red carpet to interview all of these actors. Next thing you know, it's like, wait a second, can everyone come to your house, Rosalind? So they all came here, and
What?
that was a aha moment for me where it's like, man, you never know how things rapidly can change. And because of him, and now he's working with Tyler Perry, that director, it's like I'm now in more of the media space where it's like, even Sinners, that particular movie, Christian Robinson, we're connected now. And it's like, that was the you never know if you don't try moment for me. That was very pivotal.
Yeah.
But my exciting partnership, I will say right now, that I'm like, I'm so honored that they are wanting to work with me. But the Special Olympics, Texas, um,
Mm.
I'm a really big fan of underdog stories, and you can do anything you put your mind to, no matter what people or naysayers may say. And so, like, I don't even want to cry, but
Yeah.
seeing these athletes, that's probably the most emotional, pivotal, and that's going to be a huge partnership. This is a huge partnership for us.
My God, and I can feel the I think that the best thing of talking to you is that you can feel the passion of Roselyn. You know, like I can feel your passion. I can see how you really care about your community, about of the impact that you can lead into yeah, like your city, your state, around you, the world. So I'm really honored to be first of all like talking to you here and also like have you on board on with Newstex. So thank you, Rosalie, one more
Thank
time.
you. I'm so honored that out of all of the amazing people that I know that you connect with, that you're even taking the time to speak with me.
Oh, no, my pleasure. Well, and I hope that you make it like a amazing work with these Olympics. I can't wait to see what you are doing there.
Well, I will tell you, one of the priorities that we're focusing on right now is that we're currently raising funds for a documentary. And so,
Okay.
with this documentary, it's going to be at a day in a life following these athletes. So, I'm not sure if you've seen Top Gun, but our goal is to pretty much make it an immersive experience like you're playing the games with the athletes themselves. And we want to stream it on Netflix or Apple TV. So, we're working on some things.
Wow, I love that. Sounds, like a huge project, but I'm pretty sure that you can make it happen. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes, we got to speak it into existence.
Yes, I love it. Okay, now if I want to ask you, a little bit about your like editorial process for Bolanle. So how do you decide, like a story fits Bolanle Media?
I will say, I will say very simply, if it is something positive where it is, we want to make sure that we're reporting facts, but I want to make sure that the messaging that we're putting out, that I'm also not poisoning the next generation, if that makes sense. Because
Yes.
sometimes we're so very quick to report news and we don't necessarily look at the facts. And that's really important where we can damage someone's reputation. And it's like, oh no, I'm just trying to get likes, I'm just trying to get views. And so when it comes down to inspiring or sharing good news that could impact or change someone's life, that's my number one priority when it comes down to Bolanle.
Okay. Okay. I love it. Awesome. And this is very interesting because I've had, I don't know, a number of interviews here, and this is the first time that I hear this answer. So,
Oh, okay. It's a real answer.
yeah.
Because
So
I know that there are other people that are probably way bigger publications than us. However, it's just kind of like, yes, we all want to make money. We all want to make money. However, it's just like, come on now, what do we believe in our soul outside of that? Because right now, as a society, with all of this AI, feel like we're starting to lose a little bit of humanity.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that is something that we all kind of agree on, and this is something that I've heard other journalists talk about and everything about the human side. But the way you decide to just bring joy, and not another like bad story. There are too many out there, right? So yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. And I want to say I think that you should have like huge projects for Bolanle. What is your dream? Like, where do you see Bolanle in around 2 years from now?
I would love, with the news and the media, we're working with other partnerships and other companies that are reaching out to me from other countries in Africa, South Africa, Nigeria. Um, I'm super excited about that, but I can definitely say in the world of media and entertainment, when we think about how the movies even shape our culture, where when we're writing news about all the actors and the talent, the people that we see all the time on TV, I can't wait for us to have our own streaming platform where we are able to provide new movies. And there are some companies out there like Disney, etc., but I would love for us to have our own version of amazing top level content that we put out and stream.
Wow, that is huge. Hopefully you'll do it. You'll make it happen. I love that. And your documentary can be there as well.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm really happy because when it comes down to, even with Bolanle and, press and media, putting yourself out there, I would have never imagined starting my YouTube channel where I'm now over a film festival, a very popular top film festival in the country where filmmakers all over the world apply and they fly in to submit their movies. And so I feel very privileged and honored to be able to have these one-on-one conversations with so many movie directors that are hiring all these talent to be on that screen. And so
Absolutely.
it's beautiful where those relationships are formed, and I definitely plan on growing with that because they want their movies to be seen.
Of course, of course, of course. I mean, and you are a portal to that. Well, I love it. I love it. And before I let you go, can I ask you why did you decide to join Newstex?
I love the fact that when it comes down to you guys, if people, the publishers that want to share these amazing stories, I like the fact that you guys make it so simple. And the simplicity makes it very, very easy in a world that's too complex. So I would say my number one is simplicity. And then also, you guys have built up a reputation for yourselves of being very credible. And so I love that. And if you guys are willing to help me spread a positive message, that's a win-win situation for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And hopefully, we'll be able to help you grow, to be out there, reach the confines of the world. I hope that we can be, like our right hand in that sense for you, for Bolangle. Thank you, Roselyn, one more time for taking the time to do this with us. It has been such a beautiful interview, and I truly hope that in a couple of years or, in a year from now, we can see all of these things that we talked about, like have become like a reality. I want to see that documentary. I hope that the plans of your streaming platform are there and is growing. And yes, so thank you. Thank you one more time for sharing a little bit of yourself, your story, your career, your path, and your goals. Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate you, Laura.
I appreciate you too. So, well, have a lovely rest of your day. I'll let you go. Thank you one more time.
Thank you.